Hey everyone, I'm Dr. Andrew Junak from Physiotherapy and Performance. I'm going to talk to you today about the 5 best stretches you can do to alleviate low back pain from the comfort of your own home. So you don't need any equipment for these exercises. Very simple things to do, and it's going to help stretch out your low back and give you some short-term pain relief. So we'll get started with our first one. It's called the cat-cow stretch. So the way you do this exercise or this stretch is you're going to start on all fours. So you'll be on your hands and knees, just like this. And you're going to bring your back upwards towards the ceiling. And then you're going to sink it back down. So when your back is in this position, it's considered more of the cow position. And when your back is up in this position, it's more of the cat position. You're going to repeat going through this range of motion for 3 to 5 times. If you want to do more, this is a very safe movement. It's not going to inflame anything or aggravate anybody's low back pain. So this is a great movement to do to just improve your range of motion. Target some of the key muscle groups, like your lumbar spine multifidus and some of the deeper muscles that help with stability between segments. It will also help target the lumbar paraspinals, which are some of the thicker rope-like muscles on the sides of the back. It will help get a lot of that stretched out, some of the ligaments in the lumbar spine and the joints itself. So this is a great exercise for low back pain relief. Give this one a shot, and then stay tuned for the next 4 exercises in the series that will also help to get rid of or treat low back pain. So this next exercise is called the lower trunk rotation. And this is a nice stretch to help with some of the rotation movements in your low back. A lot of times when our back gets stiff, it's difficult for us to twist or turn. So this helps to loosen up some of the nerves in our back, and then also some of the muscles that are responsible for getting tight and preventing us from rotating our spine. So the way this exercise is performed is you'll lay flat on your back, just like this. Your feet will stay flat on the ground, and all you're going to do, keeping your knees bent, is you're going to rotate your hips to the side and try to get your, if you're going to the right, try to get your right knee to the floor. If you're going to the left, try to get your left knee on the floor. And you're just gently rotating back and forth. Now, if you have low back pain, it's pretty likely that you're not going to be able to go as far. So you'll see here, if I'm having some left-sided back pain, I may not be able to get my right knee to the ground. Okay? That's all right. You want to just kind of go to where you feel the tightness and then come off of it. Don't push through the pain and force your leg down to the ground. You can repeat this exercise for roughly 3 sets of 10 to 15. It should feel pretty good, and as you do more of these stretches, your back should continue to loosen up. So I hope that helps. Stay tuned for the next 3 exercises coming at you from the 5 best stretches that you can do to alleviate low back pain without any equipment at home. So this next exercise is called a double knee to chest. So the job of this exercise is to improve lumbar flexion range of motion, so the ability to bend forward and touch the ground. This is a very gentle way to help people start to move in that direction. So all you have to do for this exercise is you'll lay flat on your back, just like this, and then you're going to bring both of your knees to your chest, and you're going to hug them there very gently. You're not going to press too hard, just give a little bit of pressure, hold for 3 to 5 seconds, and let your legs come back down. One of the biggest mistakes that I see are made with this is people will bring their knees to their chest, and then they'll try to do an ab exercise where they'll let their legs lower all the way. That puts a lot of strain on the lower back. So you want to keep it nice and simple. Bring your knees up, hug them there, 1, 2, 3, and then let the knees come back down. It's not a core exercise. It's meant to basically provide a nice lumbar flexion range of motion moment to your back and give you a nice gentle stretch in your lower back that will correlate to improving your ability to bend forward over time. So this exercise helps with your mobility, and it will strengthen or gently load some of the abdominal muscles, but you don't need anything strenuous to come out of it. It's meant to be a very gentle stretch. So stay tuned for the next 2 in the series. So this stretch to help alleviate low back pain is called the prone press up. So what you're going to do is you're going to lay flat on your stomach. You'll start out in this position. Now most people will actually struggle with this at first. So you have to be very careful in doing this exercise. Your hands will be shoulders width apart, and you're going to try to peel the upper half of your body up off of the floor, the mat, the bed, whatever surface you're doing this on, and come back down. Now at the start, you may not be able to go very far. You might only be able to get to here. You might not be able to finish the movement. So you want to almost very gently poke into the discomfort, but don't push through it. Repeat for 3 sets of 5 repetitions. And what you may feel is that as you do more, your back continues to loosen up and there's less tightness. If it makes your back pain worse, don't continue to push into it. Stop this exercise and consult your physical therapist, or reach out to someone from Peak Physiotherapy and Performance. We'll be happy to help guide you through this movement because it can be a little bit tricky, and sometimes things can be a little bit more sensitive with this exercise or this stretch compared to some of the other stretches. So hope that helps. Stay tuned for our last exercise or our last stretch to help alleviate low back pain. Hey everyone, the last exercise that we're going to look at today is called the child's pose stretch. So this is super common. It's a very common yoga move that people will use to help stretch out the small of the low back. So the purpose of this exercise is to put you in a position that helps stretch some of the deeper muscles of the low back and also some of the more superficial muscles of the low back, the paraspinals, the multifidus, and then it also will correlate to opening up some of your hip muscles as well, or loosening up the piriformis, glutes, some of the hamstrings. So it's just a very nice exercise in general to help alleviate or take some of the edge off of low back pain. So the way you'll do this exercise is you're going to start out with your knees a little bit wider than your base. You can have your feet together or you can have them slightly apart. You'll be on all fours, and then you're going to sink back into the position so that your backside is touching your heels, and then you can bring your arms a little bit further out to feel that stretch down in that low back region. You can hold here for a few seconds, or you can come back up and then sink back down to get a little bit deeper into that stretch. So child's pose is a very safe stretch to do for your low back. It should not aggravate anything, unlike the press up, which can be a little bit irritable if it's being done by the wrong type of person. So you just want to make sure that you try this stretch, monitor your symptoms as you're doing it. Feel free to poke into some of the discomfort or hold it there if it feels really good. Try this stretch at home to get some low back pain relief.